you for tuning in here on YouTube and on all of the socials. I am Aaron Campbell. I'm the director of the Secret City Improv Festival. You can check us out. I always do that because it's behind. I'm pointing toward the screen, and it's always in stage direction. You can go to secretcityimprovfest.com to find out about our festival. Go to secretcityimprovfest.com/tickets and get your tickets now. Donate to our festival, secretcityimprovfest.com/donate, or if you want to find out about becoming a sponsor, secretcityimprovfest.com/sponsorship. Follow us on all the socials, share us around. We love when people share us. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. Check out the festival from the Historic Grove Theater, September 30th and October 1st. 7 shows, 18 professional troupes. We're going to have 5 high schools joining us also. It's going to be a lot of fun. And with me right now is one of our highlights from last year, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. It's Vibe Check, who is with, well, it's half of Vibe Check. So we've got the vibe without the check.
We've got the vibes. We haven't gotten any checks yet.
Yeah. Yes. So how are you guys?
Excellent. So good. Very happy to be here. How you been?
Fantastic. So I've got Tom and Ryan who are with us, Matt and let's see,
Parker Patsky.
Yes, Parker. I was like, I know his name and I've just drawn a blank. So yeah, Matt and Parker are not with us today, but that's all right. Gentlemen, fantastic to have you guys coming back for a second year.
Fantastic to be coming back for the second year.
No, it's going to be awesome.
I'm so excited to just be back in the secret city with all the secrets.
Questionable government experiments.
That's right.
It's fun.
You just have to watch out when you go out to Melton Hill Lake and avoid the 6-eyed fish. That's all.
Gotcha. I didn't get a chance to try the 6-eyed fish last year. I only had up to 5 eyes.
Yeah, I only had the carp.
The 5-eyed fish is best when it's batter dipped and deep fried. Otherwise, it's got a weird gamey flavor.
I know.
They walk on land for some reason, though.
Yeah, I did feel weird eating a fish with human legs.
Yeah. You know, people say like they want spicy food, but spicy for me is low amounts of radiation. It's my favorite.
It's the preferred method of the Secret City people, anyway. just a little bit of radiation gives it that little bit of extra.
The light glow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Light glow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you go to our social media, if you look and you see the photo of the guy jumping off stage, that would be Tom from Action Show last year. If you look, and we've used it all through from submissions and all through, if you see what looks like they're about to perform either some sort of ritual slaughter or something like that, that is also Vibe Check doing their thing.
It is a thing. It is a thing.
Listen, there's 3 things we can always count on in a Vibe Check show. It's Matt being a prop. Yeah. In some sort of way. He's just always reliable and loving. He loves to make himself into objects. He loves like offering that to us. And so then we take that and offer it to the fake creatures that we create.
Yep.
There's always some bit of deviousness, a little devil man coming around.
There's always a little bit of the devil's in all of us.
I'm working on not getting him out there so much. I was actually doing a jam the other week, and like there was a moment where I could have played a devil, and I actively was like, not gonna do it. And I do it too much.
Not today.
Not today, Satan.
Oh, one of my favorite improv origin stories is when I talked to Tom last year, is what sold me on putting Vibe Check in the festival. It was, I didn't have to see a video or anything. It's when Tom Von Dolan called me last year and wanted to just be part of it. And he told me the story about how Vibe Check was formed. To me, it sounds like the plot of a It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia type of episode. So tell us about how you all ended up becoming Vibe Check.
Well, 3 of us had just finished a show a sketch Christmas show.
Yeah, it was a Sketchworks
And
comedy
it was
show.
Sketchworks Comedy, Atlanta, Georgia. # free vape. And we had just finished this show, and we were kicking around the idea of starting an improv troupe for a while.
Well, yeah, we had been like going to jams and hanging out and doing all that stuff together. And then I went to go see Parker, Matt, and Tom in the Christmas Sketchworks show. And it was a great time, great show. And we were gonna go out afterwards and you go grab some drinks. And Matt, as the roguelike man that he is, just says, "We don't need drinks. I have wine in my trunk."
So all four of us, we
gather at Matt's Hyundai Sonata
Yeah.
and bust open the trunk, and he pulls out not only does he have a bottle of wine, he has like four
tankards.
So we're sipping wine out of tankards. And we had seen advertisements for the Atlanta Winter Improv League, which was a competition that was coming up in I think it was like January of 2020.
In the new year.
In the new year, before we all knew what we were getting into. So we had a couple of trunk wines, and we were like,
and next thing you know, you start an improv team.
Well, before you go out and start an improv team, you look around at your buddies in a parking lot and you're like, can I get a vibe check? Anybody?
Yeah,
it's one of those things. Like I don't genuinely know what vibe check means.
No,
but we still use it, and I feel so out of touch saying that.
Yeah, we just sarcastically started asking everyone for vibe checks.
But I think it's I think it has positively impacted me, because I'm always looking for a positive vibe on the vibe check now.
Oh yeah, and we don't ask for bad vibes anymore, because we had a show where a lady told us a story about her face planting, and then she walked up on stage and showed off her scars. It was quite a night.
That was a good one.
That reminds me of so in Knoxville there's Einstein Simplified, who's been performing forever, and they do a game where they take a cell phone and they have you pull up a text message and they read the text.
Yep.
Or they pick a random text conversation. And it led to a breakup that night in the show.
Oh, in the show?
During the show, the couple broke up.
Oh no.
Because of what they read on stage.
That sounds like my time in the escape room. It's just not fun.
I would think that would have been absolutely hilarious afterwards, but probably incredibly awkward as it was happening.
Oh goodness, absolutely. Could you imagine like these people like talking about that nowadays, like trying to explain that later on, like, an improviser read my phone and my girlfriend left me.
Well, and not just that, but trying to have a breakup, but still not being rude to the performers. It's like, we are done. No, just let me explain. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. I didn't send that. No, I didn't send that. Jerry, you did this to me.
Meanwhile, the improviser up there is like, I, Jerry of sound mind and body, no longer love my wife.
That's not me. That's not me. That's not me, man. That's not me. You're the only one for me. Okay? You gave me the vibe check and we cleared it.
Jerry's Bumble.
Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that.
Oh, it's an old text message. I swear I haven't been on Tinder since I met you.
Hey, happy 2022.
Want to get drinks?
So you guys perform in Atlanta, and Atlanta, everybody talks about, when they talk about improv scenes, they talk about Chicago is always the first thing that people talk about. Then you have New York, and then you have LA. People do not realize how vast and huge the improv comedy scene is in Atlanta.
Atlanta rules.
Yeah.
Atlanta is such a cool and thriving scene for the Atlanta for improv. I started like dipping my toes in it back in 2016. So a lot has changed in like those 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
like just theater management, theater teachers, like people who like come into the city, left the city, come back to the city. It's just an ever-changing landscape that is so like beautiful. I love it here. I really do. I think it's just so, the talent that comes in here, like even if you don't get it for very long, even if they don't do improv for a long time, like they'll come in like firecrackers, like pop, pop, pop. Whoa, then you're gone. And like might not hear from them again.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's really, really thriving, really cool. And it's been fun watching it kind of bounce back too, because you know like we gotta all recognize, you know, everything that happened with the pandemic. A lot of these places you didn't think would open their doors again, and you know we did lose a few theaters and some spots. But it's really nice that, you know, the community stayed together and stayed kind of thriving to have all these great opportunities for everyone.
Yeah, because that is the nice thing about Atlanta is I feel like compared to the bigger hubs, if you will, you know, we're not just like doing this to potentially like get on stage at Second City or anything like
Right.
that. We're doing it because we love the craft and we love the people involved, and it's just a great experience. And I think Atlanta builds a lot of relationships
Yeah.
really well. I mean, we all met and became best friends because of improv.
Exactly.
I adore the Atlanta improv scene. So for me, it's thrilling to have folks coming from Atlanta just because it's such a strong scene.
Yeah.
Of just massive creativity of how everybody pushes the shows that they do, especially like having you guys back for another run of it. You guys were massively over last year. So, and then just everything. So last year we had the Slayden Cup tournament, which this year it's going to be a little bit different. Last year it was team versus team, consistently all the way throughout the whole throughout the entire tournament. When Vibe Check hit the stage, there was nonstop laughs the whole time as they were on stage. At least the best I can remember.
Lush.
Tell me more.
And
do say it again. Do say it again.
And in Atlanta, they have a competitive improv scene. They have the Atlanta Improv League, which leads into the Atlanta Improv Festival tournament. So being able, you know, having that competitive element, and this year we're going to play it a little differently with it's a winner take all event for the cup. I know the competition drives like massive creativity.
I would fully agree. I think there's something odd is I did competition improv like in high school. Like that's how I kind of got into it. Like there was always the high school improv troupe once a year would do like, they would split us down the middle and we would be in just two teams. Like once a year, the final show would be like the battle improv. And those were always so much fun. So I don't know what it is. Whenever there's like an opportunity for competition to arise, like something in my brain just kind of clicks and is like, ooh, little friendly competition. Yeah, that's fun.
Prepare thine gauntlets, sir.
Well, because it's also like, I think it also holds a little special spot too. Because I remember I did years and years ago another improv festival before I met any of the Vibe Check guys. Like there was an Atlanta improv festival that I did, and it was like the first time I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone. And we did like a competition, and we only got through like one round at the time. But man, it was so much fun. It was like one of my first times like dipping my toes outside of like the one theater that I was kind of like holding myself to. So it was cool to like be able to like branch out and see what else was out there.
I was at the first Atlanta Improv tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something because whoever they had on stage in the main stage of the Village, that was cool. But it's like, I want to go see what's going on with the tournament. And as each of those shows progressed on, the crowd, it started catching more and more as they were in between show transitions. And it was just, the next thing you know, there's more people in there watching, and then there's more people in that little theater, at the little secondary theater at the Village. It's not big, but by the time it was when they got to the finals of that first tournament, it was turning people away.
Yeah.
Like, go watch Jack McBrayer's show. We don't have room in here. Jack McBrayer from 30 Rock.
Yeah.
His troupe was performing in the main stage area while the finals of the tournament was going on, and they were having to turn everybody away because they were beyond capacity.
I love that, because like you always get that with competitions, because you get like the people who are like, they'll invite all their friends, and then all their friends will show up, and then all their friends will keep like bringing more and more friends, and then like you'll sometimes like get people who be like, an improv what now? And then it'll be their first show, and it'll be the first time, they'll love it, and they'll be like, I want to take a class, and then the cycle continues.
Yeah. And this year, we'll turn people away in Secret City because we're gonna pack the gymnasium, brother. We're gonna fill them bleachers.
I'm gonna fill all the bleachers with all my stuffed animals.
Yeah. I'm gonna rig the boat with all of my puppets.
I have a toddler. I'm quite sure I could bring plenty of stuffed animals with me to put into the seats, and we'll be good to go.
Good at claw machines. I have too many stuffed animals. It's a blessing and a curse.
I just break the glass.
You're coming home with glassy elephants.
When people come to Atlanta, now there's the Village Theater and there's Dad's Garage. Those are the two that have made a real name for themselves at this point. There's a massive amount of smaller theaters that are all the way around Atlanta. So what's it like being able to have all that choice that you can go and perform at?
It's we're so lucky. Like there's so many options for us in the city, and it's like it's almost overwhelming, like with a number of choices. It's like you can do improv almost any day of the week, or go see a show almost any day of the week. And that's just a really cool thing to be part of.
Yeah. And I mean, you have these smaller venues that are more personal with their performers that they let go up and all of that stuff. Like for the Winter League, we came off of doing improv at a theater, and then we just kind of had no home.
Mm-hmm.
But after the Winter League, Miguel with Dynamic Eldorado kind of gave us our first place where it was like, hey, come and be crazy on our stage. Which, if you're in Atlanta, check out Dynamic Eldorado.
Dynamic Eldorado. Great spot. So it's such a intimate little stage area. So cool. Miguel, who owns it, is just a great guy.
He's a little sweetheart.
Love that place. Love being there. We'll be there September 2nd.
Little self-promotion in there. Yeah, the Dynamic Eldorado is also home to another one of our performers this year with Mom and Dad Improv.
So good.
And what's even better is that when you come on October 1st, after you watch the high schoolers do their awesome stuff and you see 4 First Names and Einstein Simplified, stick around because you'll be able to see Mom and Dad Improv and Vibe Check along with Improv Chattanooga in our 8:45 show on October 1st.
And we will bring niche references and general
energy. People, I love that.
Yeah, people will flip, people will be picked up, we will roll on the ground, and that's just our
some sort of
aesthetic.
Revolution will happen, whether it be of political mind or of the rotation of a body. Some sort of revolution will happen on our stage.
Yes.
And it'll be shown on our, I don't know where we're going to stream it. I think we're going to try to stream the festival on Twitch if I can figure that out. So the revolution will be seen on Twitch at least.
The revolution will be streamed.
The revolution is sponsored by Gamer Subs.
The revolution will be streamed by Twitch, brought to you by Amazon.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we have a Twitch page. I don't remember. I have to actually look that up.
I have a Twitch page that I don't know what my password is either. I think we've all been there. I streamed the Destiny 2 demo also.
But be sure to check out Vibe Check on October 1st in our 8:45 show. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. I can't wait to see what you got for us this year.
Can't wait to see you again, Aaron.
Yes.
Just wait.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. Be sure to check us out on all the socials, and I actually pointed the right direction this time. And go to secrecyImprovfest.com/tickets. Get your tickets for the entire festival now. Gentlemen, we'll see you guys in September.
See you then.
Yeah.